Hey everybody, welcome to the show where we're going to talk about action figure reveals, toy news, pop culture, movies, TV. Roll the music.
When you have a plastic addiction and your shelves are overflowing, when you don't know what new is coming, but you fear you might miss out, just sit right back, just relax and watch you listen. The Toy Duo team brings you what you need, the toy news you did not know you needed. Toy News team has it all for you. Action figures, TV news, all the pop culture you can handle. You can have more action figures that will ever fit on your shelf.
That's the short.
Wow. More action figures than will ever fit on your shelf.
Well, it starts out saying if you have a plastic addiction.
When you do your AI music, do you pick the year like 1994, please?
No, it just you pick a genre. So
Yeah, you pick like 1994, please.
No, that sounded like
Weird.
emo.
yeah, I think it was alternative hip hop or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no.
It's weird, like trying to figure out like how to get the theming because you want it to be like more upbeat. And I got one that was more like a ballad. I was like, no, I don't want a ballad.
Don't they have like death metal as an option?
Yeah, but I don't. That's not what I listen to. So I'm not gonna make a song about that. With that,
Play some Guar.
yeah.
Make it a little harder.
All right. Anyways, we're back. We're talking about action figures and toys. We got Deck My Halls. You didn't know how I almost read that. I'm not wearing my glasses. John Sajak, he's getting ready for his Wheel of Fortune that's going to be coming up in a couple of hours. I do have a redirect from this over to your stream. We got Sir Eric is here getting ready to premiere his first video, and Hulkaholic because he's already toasted. You just can't tell. That's why his eyes are so glassy. All right.
Well,
Anyways, what? Hello.
What's going
All
on?
right. Let's get started.
Did you want to play Eric still, or do you want me to
What?
send you the link
Oh yeah.
at 5? Okay.
Oh wait. Let's talk after the.
Okay.
stream.
Yeah.
All right. So let's start the show with a little bit of bragging camp. Does anybody have anything that they want to show off this week?
It's just a repeat.
Eric, hold on. Looks like Eric just like immediately reached for something.
Ready.
It's just a repeat of what John already showed. Mine
Ooh,
came
that's
in from
nice.
Hasbro Pulse. I thought
Nice.
this portrait of Yoda was kind of cool, but yeah,
Yeah.
nothing we didn't already see on the channel. But I got mine.
Cool. Who else? Looks like John jumped up.
Ready to go.
From Ross.
I bet that's straight from Ross.
Yeah, right from Ross.
Really?
1999. Looks awesome. Well, she can't see him because of the glare.
Right.
Yeah.
A friend of mine sent me a picture from a Ross close to me that he saw in the store. There were like 3 of them. He sent me a picture last night, but I was like, I'm not going to Ross.
I went
You know,
back.
I got a
I went
question.
back earlier to try and get one for Chris, and they were all gone.
Oh my gosh.
They had
Um,
Megatron and Trax and this and Bludgeon. Chris got a Bludgeon already, but he wanted Trax and this guy. And
Cool.
when I went back, they were gone. And there was like 10 or
Yeah.
11, 12 of Megatron and Trax and stuff. And I couldn't believe they were all
We
gone.
should make a toy hunt video so we could see them all.
I did. It's up.
Oh, nice. We'll check that out. Dan,
Yeah.
what do you got?
Did I show you guys my Krampus?
Oh, look at that.
Ooh, naughty or nice.
That's cool.
Krampus.
I bet you that guy's naughty.
I'm thinking it depends on your perspective.
He does
Yeah.
have a Christmas present.
You know?
Yep.
It might be burnt.
You know, I wanted Santa look. Let's look at Santa.
I can't believe how many of those are making now. Now they got like reindeers and sleighs.
Yeah,
And
look at that.
That is cool.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
I
Yeah,
did
he
see the
didn't-
sleigh. Are you gonna get that, Dan? Did you have that on pre-order?
No. I drew the line at a couple of Santas and the Krampus. I'll wait and see if something else comes out. But
Did he
I'm
come
like,
with a knife or a machine gun or anything?
no, but he does
Oh.
come with a plate of cookies and a glass of milk.
Hey,
Oh, nice.
so you could take the Guardian or the red Guardian Marvel Legends, do a head swap, and you can have the Santa from
Violent Night.
Violet Night.
I think they're going to do a sequel to that.
That's
Sonic
man, I
Boom.
hope so. That was a great.
I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, and in fact, you just reminded me. I got to watch that again this year.
Yeah, it's going to be a Christmas classic. Hulkaholic.
No pickups this week, but I wanted to ask about those big Super 7 Ultimates that you're finding at the dollar store.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do my this is bragging camp. So
Yeah.
right after this, hold on. So a couple of weeks ago, I got this Brendan Fraser head sculpt. So I decided to do a custom of this mummy figure.
Nice.
And while it was at it, I thought I would try to do this
Oh,
one
yeah.
because the Rachel Weisz has a head sculpt for the Marvel Legends. So I put it on. It's another Indiana Jones. I figure those figures are really good for the period.
Yeah,
So
no, that looks good.
seemed like it really worked out. And then just showing this off because John had that yard sale a little while ago, and that is the
that's
X23.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's good.
Cool.
Nice.
Ooh,
I just got to color the glasses a little bit. I'm going to paint the edges pink.
That's
These
cool.
these glasses
And
are
that's,
from
Chavez girl. You just
Yeah,
customized
that-
her.
Aces of Aviation.
Wow.
What about your Lou Ferrigno?
Oh, all right. I can show that off too. Hold on.
Oh, that was the best one.
Yeah, it's all right. I didn't have green, so I had yellow and blue make green, but I couldn't get a
That's
perfect
awesome.
man.
perfect match on it.
I dig it. I dig it a
The
lot.
hair looks
man.
great.
That looks
Yeah.
cool.
So the guy who did that is Etsy, and he does a really good job. I didn't do the Bruce Banner from the TV show yet. I'm gonna paint that one up. Hopefully, I don't mess that up.
Yeah,
Anyways,
that's
let's say hi to Ricardo, Storyteller, Gerard Kane, Paul Morales, and David R in the chat right now. But go ahead, Rick. Ask your question.
Yeah, so those Super 7s, those are like the 65 US ones that Super 7 sells, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
what retailers sold those that ended up selling them to the Ross or whatever for $10? Because
No
Super
idea.
7 is not selling those on deep discount to Ollie's for $10.
Yeah,
There's
no clue.
chance.
Because I
Are
never
they
saw
available
them.
at Target?
I never saw them at Target or Walmart or anything, so I have no idea.
But Target is, I guess, the main retailer other than or Entertainment Earth or Big Bad Toy Store, like because they're not at Walmart that I know of, right?
Let me answer Rick's question with my speculation that I put up on Twitter. I speculate that those Ultimates were somehow Amazon because I have seen a lot of the Amazon exclusive Funko Pops at Ross. So I'm guessing
Oh, yeah.
because I had recently watched this show on Netflix about how Amazon used to just haul warehouses of stuff to landfills.
Oh yeah.
But now
Oh,
they're
yeah.
auctioning stuff off. I'm
Yeah.
imagining they clear warehouses. So
That's
what I-
probably it then. It's
Forgot
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
so what I speculated was next Christmas I'm going to be picking up a Tiamat at Ross.
Yeah. There
hey,
you
you
go.
never know, man.
Yeah.
Just think how much room. Like the Ultimates are pretty big boxes, especially those ones that
They're
John
big.
like the big 4 of those or 2 of those in a case. And
Yeah.
so you got 20 cases, boom, there's 30 square foot of a warehouse or half a tractor container, or half a truck. So yeah, and I understand because if it goes to one of those pallet sales that anyone can go to, like a lot of the big cities have those Amazon warehouse kind of pallet
I
sales.
think
People
these are-
could just pillage through stuff. The chances are they're not going to have half a truck full of.
Yeah, I
those.
bet you the deals they make with like Ross or something are way different, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's most of their inventory for the Christmas holiday, right? But that's cool. It's a good deal for what, $20?
Yeah, they were
$17?
$19.99. I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
I picked up the big bad wolf and I left the crocodile from the Fantasia or whatever. They look pretty cool too. I have not seen my buddy sent me a picture yesterday. Here, I'll show you the one that he sent me. He was like, "Hey, I'm here. Do you want me to grab any of these for you?" And I was like, "Nah." Like half of it is getting in there and finding stuff, right?
Sifting through the
but
pile.
He found more of
subtle.
the Super 7s, the
Yeah.
GI Joes,
Oh, I never
which is
seen that
kinda
color
cool.
version.
and then he sent me the Power Rangers was showing up, so that's
Okay.
cool. And then this is what this guy, whoever that is.
Oh, the putty ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there
That
were
Power
like
Ranger too.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just sideways. I was like, what is that?
Yeah. And then like I sent him a picture and tell him right there is Marvel's Whiplash and Rebel Soldier. Go.
Yeah, those Rebel Soldiers. I was keep watching them on Amazon Canada to see if they ever go on sale like they have in the US. Nope, they're still like $49.94.
Are they?
Yeah,
That's
because
crazy.
and they're not at retail here, like because we only have
They're like
Walmart.
$5.90, $7.99, which is
Yeah.
way better because the boxed figures, the hologram ones are $9.99, and then
That's
that
almost
Din-
criminal.
yeah, and then
There-
that Din
there's-
Djarin in
there
the
were
plastic
Black
free
Series-
packaging was $12.99.
There's Black Series in my video that you can see for $12.99. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's why
Like, that's-
this was a deluxe and they're $7.99. I'm like,
Yeah.
how do you pass?
And
You
we
know what I
They
didn't
need them
have
gone.
those.
They need them
I
gone in a
want-
week because there's another truck coming.
Yeah,
I'd really
well,
like to get 2 more of those Endor Rebel Soldiers.
Well, John, the other
And-
day there were like 5 more in the store. If I see some, yeah, but the thing is, then you got to add in shipping, right? Like, and then you're like, oh well,
It's still
Yeah.
not
Then they're like-
$54.
yeah. Then
I
they're
would like one too.
Well,
So
I'm
then
gonna-
when the box started.
I'm gonna be up by the house. I'm gonna go up, I think, tomorrow, and then I'll spend it like over a week there. So I'll just check some Rosses up by my mom, up at
Yeah.
the house, and I'll hopefully find something up there.
All right. Let me some more people jumped in. Let me just say hello to
Yeah,
them.
Northern
We had,
Nomad.
Storyteller. We had Jumpy McClunky. You have Pete's Toys and Things. I
Yeah,
haven't seen Pete in the chat before, so welcome to the show.
some people might be coming over from
Profit
Cat's channel
924.
as it ends.
Northern Nomad calling us suckers again. JT saying ho ho ho, Ricardo. And yeah. Anyways, if you're watching and you're in the chat, hit the thumbs up button. Hopefully it'll draw more people in because they'll think, oh, what a great stream.
Exactly.
Well, people are finishing up Cat's stream, so hopefully they'll come over as Cat's ends
All right.
the movie day.
All right. So, anyways, we're doing some history as we travel through our episodes, and we are in episode 94. So, this is a brief history of 1994 that you did not know you needed. The very first series produced by Cartoon Network was Space Ghost Coast to Coast in 1994, and it was designed to target an older audience. Did anybody watch it?
Yeah, I used to watch that show.
I was
Yeah.
a kid and I watched it. Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
definitely adult oriented.
Yeah, I remember, and it's weird thinking like, wow, that was it was Cartoon Network started before that, but that was their first series that they produced, right? So
Okay.
kind of an interesting.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Liam Neeson, he turned down the role of James Bond in GoldenEye in 1994 because he's never been interested in starring in action movies.
That's
I didn't know that.
hilarious.
I
And
didn't
then he
know
did.
that.
Then he went on and did Taken. You know, like
I'm trying to think of one movie that wasn't an action movie he was actually in.
yeah, I know.
I can't
Excalibur.
think of one.
Oh no,
Dark
that was kind of
Man.
action.
You know,
Yeah.
he was all action.
No,
He's
I
done all
think in
right
the
for
beginning.
himself.
Any
What?
lovey-dovey movies?
I think in the beginning he played like some minor characters in these like period type pieces, right? About I don't know.
I remember as Darkman. Like that's my
Yeah,
first
he was Darkman.
introduction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Full
in the
Moon.
mid
Well, maybe
80s, right?
he's separate.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to be action. I just want to be sci-fi. I don't know.
Yeah,
Eye
yeah.
candy.
The Haunting.
All
Great
right.
career,
Anyway,
though.
on June 17th, a white Ford Bronco was speeding down the freeway and captured America's attention because it was on the news. going super slow. You can see the people on the freeway waving.
I was gonna say I don't think it was speeding, Vern.
No, and driving really slow down the freeway.
This wasn't
It just
real.
amazes me, thinking like, wow, was that really 1994? That was what, 20, 30
point.
years ago?
If you had asked me to
30.
guess, I would have thought it was in the 80s. I didn't know it was a 90s thing.
Yeah, crazy. And then 1994, of course, was the year that the PlayStation was launched in Japan, and then the following year worldwide, because I think it came out in December, and then it was everywhere the year after that.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So they missed the Christmas holiday in America? What a big miss.
Well, they didn't
Big
miss
miss.
it the next year.
Oh,
There was
well,
probably a line too. Remember when there would be lines? to,
Yeah,
like, get
yeah.
your stuff? Yeah.
There still is. I wonder, why is there a lineup at my GameStop? You know, and it's
Yeah, I
because
see that at
there's a new
Target.
game dropping at midnight, and they're there 6 hours early, and I'm like, really?
I used to do that back in the day.
And now you just download them, don't you? Like,
Yeah, I just buy it digitally and you don't have to wait in line. Yeah.
Or get them.
So-
yeah.
And so you
So
guys
you
waited
get
in lines
Christmas.
for stuff. I'm going to
You
tell you
get
the story. So when the PlayStation Portable was coming out, I was in the store, and the guy at GameStop, he had the version from Japan, and he let me play it and I played it for like 20 minutes in the store. And then I
then
pre-ordered
kick
it
you
from him.
out.
I did. I pre-ordered it, and he was like, "We're going to have a special event. You can come pick it up at midnight on release day, whatever." And I was like, "All right, I'm going to be there." So me and my wife went down to the mall. We watched a movie. The movie got at 11:20 or something like that, and then we were like maybe number 40 in line. Like there was a line, so we were standing in line for my PSP. We didn't live near the theater, so that's why we had to make like an event out of it, because
Mhm.
I could have easily went the next day to pick it up, but I was like, I gotta have it at midnight. So we're standing in line. The news is filming people in line, blah, blah, blah. And then this kid comes walking up from the back, and he's playing a PSP. It's like 12:15, and we're still waiting in line because we got to wait our turn. And I go, "Hey, where'd you get that?" And he goes, "Walmart. They started selling them at midnight. There's a 24-hour Walmart in the mall, and they started selling them at midnight."
Wow.
I was like, "Are you kidding
That's
me?"
nuts.
Oh my gosh.
But you got to take in a movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Was she your wife at the time?
Yes.
Only midnight thing I did was when all those Episode 1 Star Wars figures came out, and Toys R Us and all over the world had the Midnight Madness promotion. And yeah, man, there was literally 100 dudes. They were all dudes lined up at my local Toys R Us, which has since closed down over the past summer. And yeah, we all ran in, and they had like 30 different figures and 10 different vehicles, and it was the biggest dump of Star Wars merchandise ever. And it was, I'm pretty sure John would have taken part in that. And
Probably.
Oh yeah, I bought everything that night. Yeah.
because they had like, people are like, oh, there's no more, Wattos, and we don't even know who Watto is. We just know that there's 13 different figures or whatever.
I think I was second in line because of the podcast at the time. I was like, they put me right up front and interviewed everybody and filmed people as they were coming in. So it was, yeah.
But yeah, other than a movie release, usually Star Wars movies, the only time I ever did any kind of midnight wait in line crap.
Yeah, those things that fans do, you know.
All right, everybody's saying Merry Christmas, and we know that Christmas is coming up next week. We'll talk about our plans towards the end, but they're talking about Ridge Racer. That was one of the first games that came out on the PlayStation. I'm sure everybody has played it.
Yeah, we all had Ridge Racer. Yeah.
Can you imagine though? 30 years later, they're only on PS5.
You know what's weird? I have a PS2, and I don't know the date it came out, but when I got it, I bought like one game, and it was Madden 94. So
On
like
PS2?
on PS2, that's like
PS2 came out.
it must have been 95.
No. It was like 99, 2000.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, so that's
Yeah.
weird.
So maybe you have a PS1 Madden 94 because PS2s were backwards
Well, it's
compatible.
black, and PS2, I think, is when it went black. I could be wrong, but
No,
yeah.
what I'm saying is like the game.
The game's backward compatible.
It's
Oh.
backwards compatible.
My bad. It's my Sega Genesis that I have
Oh.
the Madden 94 for.
All right. Okay. So here's some movies that came out in 1994. John's favorite movie, Star Trek Generations, which
Yeah.
featured Whoopi
I
Goldberg.
don't think I've even seen that one.
Wasn't Shawshank on the last year's one too?
No.
Oh. Well, I did not see Shawshank, and I did not see It Could Happen to You. Everything else I saw in the theaters.
Have you ever seen It Could Happen to You?
No, I've never seen It Could Happen to You.
Is that Nick Cage? Who's that one?
It is. It's Nick Cage and Bridget
I've
Fonda,
seen
who
that one.
disappeared from acting at some point.
Never saw it.
Still a great actor. I still admire him to this day.
Point of
Very-
no return.
He's a very unique person. Let's put it that way.
At the time, True Lies was supposedly the most expensive movie to ever be made.
That's because they crashed a freaking $100 million plane, right?
Hover jet, yeah.
Yeah.
Good movie. Great movie.
Yeah.
Loved it.
A lot of great movies here. Pulp Fiction, cult classic. Probably watch that more than any of the other ones.
I can't believe
Shawshank I've watched many, many times too, but yeah, Pulp Fiction the most.
And that was the only Crow movie so far to be good.
This is true.
And yeah, okay.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Speed was fun.
Yeah, I actually recently watched Speed because we've talked about it before.
And does it hold up?
And it's an action movie on a bus, but I mean it's
But
all
does
right.
it hold up, John? Because you said action movies that were made prior to John Wick don't hold up anymore because
Yeah.
nowadays
Well,
the
they're
action
certainly
is
different,
over the
eh?
top.
Yeah, it's definitely like slower. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good comparison.
But it's emotional suspense for that one.
Yeah,
is
you're right.
true.
There you go. It's emotional suspense.
Because when you watch them jumping the bus nowadays, you just realize
Yeah, it's like
that's completely impossible.
I think the only thing you think about is that even at 50 miles an hour, if someone drove next to them with a big flatbed with a poofy bed on it or something that you could land on, you realize that everybody could just basically jump off the bus.
No, because the guy was watching in a camera and he could blow up the exit ramp.
Oh, okay. Well,
But
I don't know.
realistic stuff,
right.
I just
And then they
thought,
couldn't do it at the airport because they were going in a circle.
yeah.
That's why, because that big truck wouldn't have been able to go in the circle.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say something about the speed, I think, or jumping. Oh, yeah. When I watch these action movies now, these older ones, and the car does that, like explodes and then flips. I always like
You
think,
always
like,
see the lever that flips the car.
yeah. I'm like, why is there a telephone pole firing out of the bottom of that car?
Yeah. That's what I love. I love seeing it. I'm like, oh, there's the freaking spring-loaded pole thing that shot the car up in the air.
I was just watching Superman 2 because it's been all over like HBO. So every time I
Yeah.
turn on HBO, they're doing all the Superman shows.
I just made it all the way up to 4. I even watched the Nuclear Man.
Oh, wow.
One. Yeah.
And then in the second one where Zod goes, blow him a kiss, and then the helicopter crashes behind the barn. And I'm like, then it reminds me that, like, I think in almost every movie, a helicopter always flies behind something before it blows up and crashes.
Yeah. Every helicopter goes and it disappears behind something before it blows up. Yeah. Every show, every movie from the 80s and 90s, they all flew behind something before they blew up.
All right. And to go along with John's theme of finally showing action figures and stuff from the years that we're talking about, what I'd like to do here is something a little bit different and just point out that in 1994, they had these 30th anniversary G.I. Joe 12-inch figures that came out. And it was the last year for the 3 3/4-inch G.I. Joes. They went away after this year.
For a little while.
Yeah,
Only
for a little while. But this was the last year they stopped doing these like 3 3/4-inch O-rings. And from what I was reading, it's because in 1995, we're going to see a whole bunch of Star Wars figures.
That's when neon was hot.
And they did come back with G.I. Joe 3-inch figures, but they were beefier and
Yeah.
called Sergeant Savage or something like that in the
Okay.
GI Joes.
Yeah.
And that line crashed, and then they brought back the O-ring figures.
Yeah, I don't remember these being popular with my
No, the Battle
friends when I was
Corps.
a kid.
Yeah, Battle Corps and there was Space Corps and Battle Corps and all that. They didn't they weren't that popular with people.
Now, what about like the Palatoy version in the UK? When did that stop?
Oh, that's a good question. I didn't do the research on
Did it
that.
make
Yeah,
it
no
to the
idea.
90s? Because I know they had like a Space Force kind of Palatoy and
Yeah,
underwater guys and
Dead
cool
Force and
cool
all those.
submarines. But I don't know if that was as late as the 90s or not, though. Because I think they went neon a little bit too. But
I have
maybe
no
not.
idea. Yeah,
Okay.
no clue.
Let's ask some of our UK blokes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we don't,
tell us
we-
if the Action Force, G.I. Joe Action, because I think at some point the Action Force actually becomes G.I. Joe.
they merged, sort of. Yeah,
Yeah, when Hasbro, I think, took them over. So
They end up becoming G.I. Joe. So it would be curious to know if like the end of G.I. Joe in the States was also the end of G.I. Joe in Europe or the
like
UK.
what would be the last official Palatoy action figure produced?
Right. That would be cool.
Just out of curiosity.
All right. And then this is the TV and movie news that you did not know you needed. So this week, of course, they showed the trailer for Crypto, the Super Dog, and Green Lantern Guy Gardner version is gonna be in it.
Cut? No.
I thought it was a brilliant trailer. I'm extremely excited and pumped for it.
yeah. I couldn't believe that they're doing a movie about Crypto, the Super Dog.
I know, that's pretty amazing. I like the fact that they went ahead and did Crypto.
I hope that they at least have Superman in it a little bit.
Could it have been cuter? Like, really? And I'm telling you right now, this will be $1 billion movie. That's how they judge them now. But the toys, the Crypto toys, are gonna slaughter baby Grogu. And
It's gonna be stuffed animals. Yeah,
watch out for the new thing to hit the kids.
there'll be animatronic
Well,
dogs that
I'm telling them, and it'll do well because I think
Yeah.
the show will be popular with lots of ages. But yeah, I can picture the toys right now, like the Crypto toys. I mean,
All right, should we watch the trailer?
Yeah, sure. It was really good. I liked it.
All right.
I think this is a good way to kick off the James Gunn stuff. It's really nice.
All right.
I want to know what the big monster is.
Hopefully you can hear the audio. Can you hear the audio?
yeah.
Oh, is it a little loud? Yeah, a little.
Pause and
No.
talk.
Couldn't hear it at all. What are you talking about?
You can't?
No,
You can't hear the audio?
no.
Oh. Hold on. Okay.
We can make up our own
I
audio.
was gonna say we can.
Oh, let's do that.
Come on.
Hey, look.
Oh,
I pulled my wisdom tooth.
Gotta
Darn
go
it.
to that dentist.
I think he
But
cut
the
my
music
lip.
I liked. It was like a little guitar over top of the old John Williams
I
theme.
got a split lip. I can't eat anything hot for a little
Did you
while.
read this article you wrote? It's pretty bad.
And what city do they still
what
make
that
newspapers?
article? That wasn't me.
Only in Metropolis do they make newspapers nowadays?
Yeah.
Mer-
Hey,
I
Dad.
I
know.
love you.
We only have 3 cows left. It's okay, Dad. We can
You're the
You're
see
gonna
best.
die soon. I think you're gonna get a heart attack.
He doesn't
God,
look
that
healthy,
kryptonite
right?
cocktail. I knew I shouldn't have drank it.
And everybody's doing this right now.
Hi ho, hi ho.
Superman.
It's off to-
You will go to the Dagobah system.
You will go to the Dagobah.
And did anyone notice that that's the original font used?
Get up,
from
you lush.
Come on,
Superman
let's
78?
play. Let's play. Come on.
Don't play with
Whoa.
it.
Look out, kid.
He just broke that kid's neck.
Yeah. And what is
Wow.
that thing? I want to know
Oh,
what
yeah,
that
the
is.
Hitman. I mean,
Well, I love
Hey.
Lex Luthor. This is cool. Yeah.
Isn't that the guy who's also like a
I am strong
plumber
enough to
and
punch glass.
He's the
a
beast man.
spaceman?
Was he
He's
a
throwing a
plumber?
can of beans at Superman. Like,
Yes.
take them out now.
Yeah.
Wait,
Hot girl with
I-
that.
I-
What is that thing?
Sarah!
It's a
It looks
kaiju.
like a giant eye thing. And is that what is that? A robot?
Is it a Tesla
Oh,
bot?
God.
Who's
My
that guy?
favorite toy robot.
My hair.
No, he's Fortress of Solitude, like made bot.
And that's the T guy. What's his name with the T?
No,
on
that
his
was-
face?
Terrific.
That was Ultraman.
Traveling? No. I think
Terrific,
that
right?
tackle on
I didn't know
Superman
And
show
I
Mr.
think
was in there. That's
Ultraman and Metaphisto merged.
Yeah, but what's the
and become
green
that big
tentacle thing
kaiju.
outside his window? What was that?
who knows?
They don't care enough to do anything
All right,
about it. They're
hold on.
just making out.
That's
Yeah,
a
I know. They're like,
Martian
the
Man
world's
or-
ending outside the window, and
Okay,
we're just going to
one-
make out.
There's something here. Hold on. Okay, so
Yeah, what's this big giant
Okay,
monster thing?
this reminds me of the Hitman movie.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
47.
Is it? I mean, were we not surprised that Superman could punch out a plane of glass?
No.
Okay,
I think he
so
can do that.
I mean,
He's
I don't know why that's exciting.
there's other people trapped in there.
And
But
then
Guy Gardner's
okay.
hair is pretty funny looking.
what
There's
is-
Hawk Girl
right? So what is
and Mr.
he
Terrific.
making a
He's
glass
behind you.
window, or is he, oh,
Maybe,
he's
yeah.
probably making a wall so nobody can get in.
Yeah,
Well,
so
that's-
they can't
He's
see him.
he's
Yeah.
mad at the people outside who cut his hair.
Yeah.
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 Okay. That makes sense. And then
There,
Hawk-
what's that thing? Yeah,
Hawk
But yeah,
Girl
look how
is pretty
small
cool.
Superman is to that kaiju guy.
yeah, I mean it's like a bigger version of that thing that came from
Wow.
that movie where it stepped on everybody in the city.
Okay, there's a better picture of your orb.
Godzilla?
Yeah, what is that thing?
And he's completely ignoring it, like, oh, don't worry,
Yeah.
it's just gonna
This is
destroy
normal.
the city.
It's shooting an I-beam that's killing 500,000 people outside.
Martian Manhunter or whatever.
I gotta
his
put
name
my
is.
boots on. Remember the picture. I haven't put my boots on yet.
He's not beat up yet there either. So makes me wonder. I wonder how much time goes.
And then
by
right
in
here-
this movie.
When you get tackled, they can't carry you back. There's a reverse yardage thing they call the play.
It's a penalty.
Like
Oh,
when you
oh,
lose forward yardage. So
I see.
Isn't that a baseball stadium though?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay,
the
you're right.
national stadium as the meteors. What's the
Who's
Metropolis?
tackling
Meteors?
him? Is
That
that
wasn't it? That
That's
was a-
Ultraman.
was that Venom tackling him?
Mr. Terrific.
It's
Still not a fan of the suit, but
Ultraman.
everything looks good. I think it looked pretty
Ultraman.
okay, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm
I
excited
like.
for it.
I think it looks really good. I like it. You know, all kidding aside, I really do think it looks good. I'm hyped for this movie.
Jonathan's not wrong.
I've heard people say that big kaiju is what's his name? What's the big beast
Godzilla.
from Superman?
Bigfoot.
No, I just had his name in my mouth. I can't remember it. Blah, blah, blah.
Gypsy Danger.
That breed of dog is going to be super popular. Yes, that's what I predict also, that everybody
Yep.
will want it. Is that a snickerdoodle or something like that?
It's James Gunn's freaking dog.
I don't know. What is it? Isn't it like a
I don't know what breed.
It looks
Looks
like a
like a
terrier.
terrier.
Labradoodle, right?
Some kind of-
Looks like a
Labradoodle.
terrier of some kind, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
So not only is James brother in every we haven't seen him in a trailer. Like which
Well,
Where's
yeah,
Michael
he's
Rooker?
the giant
James Gunn's
kaiju.
brother.
He's the
But
kaiju.
But now his dog is in the freaking movies now.
Rick,
Is that
Rick,
his, though?
brother is the kaiju. He walks around with like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
green
it could be.
suit and a gigantic cardboard cutout.
He does the voice. He actually does 2 or 3 voices in the Commandos cartoon. He
Oh
does
yeah.
James Gunn's voice. Like it's good for him. Like, but I mean, damn. So what's that word called? Nepotism?
Nepotism.
Well, I guess if you're in Hollywood, you're allowed to do it.
Why,
We're just
why
gonna put the
wouldn't you
beards on
though?
the
Like,
bottom.
why wouldn't you do that
The big beards.
if you have
I'm
a
the only
sister
one
or a
that doesn't have
brother
any facial hair,
who's an actor?
Jobs for the lads.
Yeah, give him more work.
and I
So
haven't
then you
shaved
got to
in, like,
switch
a month.
yourself with Eric then, so you're in the middle, so it makes it balanced.
But I haven't shaved in a couple of months.
There, now see, it's balanced, so that we all.
So you got one hair that's like
But the crypto's the most interesting part of the whole thing for me. I think that's pretty cool.
yeah, because he was running. So
Like
I wonder
snow,
if he
yeah.
hasn't learned how to fly yet.
At the beginning, it looked like he flew and landed.
Well, that's why I brought that up earlier. Like, I wonder if this has some time jumps in it as we see, like, not a retelling of the whole Superman story from start to finish, but if we see Superman like learn to fly or see Crypto learn to fly and things like that, because later on we'll see him crying over that dead robot, and that robot is his tie to his uncle that passed. Or
Well,
you
it
know,
looks like we're going to see
that
the
passed away
looks like
sometime
we're
in his
gonna
life,
see
and that has memories and stuff of his planet. And
What it
stuff.
looks like
So-
in the
robot, the
trailer, you
robot
can see
butler
the
that we
Fortress of
sometimes see in the
Solitude
comics?
being built.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so it looks like there's going to be partly origin, but I'm wondering if it'll just be glazed over because do we really need
Yeah, we don't
him
need to see
blasting
a
off from
full.
Krypton again and stuff like that, right? We don't
Yeah,
need
we
did
know
kind of say
everyone
it
knows
would
where
not-
Superman came from. You don't need to see it again. Yeah.
Yeah, he did kind of confirm it would not be a retelling of the origins that we've seen many times, but he didn't say we won't throw a little snippet here.
Well, the coolest part would be if there's a little bottle city in his new Fortress of Solitude.
That's neat. Brainiacs.
There's apparently
No,
lots
you
of
know, like
characters not in the trailer that will be in the movie, like Supergirl and
yeah,
some
that
other
would be
actors
actually
have
kinda
confirmed to be on the show that but weren't in the trailer.
right. All right. So, anyways, this is the point in the show where we give Eric his opportunity to tell us what he thinks of the Skeleton Crew.
Oh, what was the last episode? Oh, they went to the other
No, at
planet. What was it? Akron or something like that.
Akron,
One of the other sister planets. Yeah, I liked it. It was okay. Not my favorite of the bunch. I didn't really like. I didn't really buy the machismo from the little girl warrior. I think that was overacted a bit.
So my question is, was it a parallel that girl from Akron or whatever, that star of the show, is kind of like the tough girl, and then she runs into another tough girl in that show? And I think that it could have been a really good parallel if she had her own crew of kids that they showed off more that were parallels of her friends, and even to the point where maybe they were a lot more similar, leading you to believe that maybe the hidden planets were all basically originally identical.
Yeah,
like
I mean, I think they insinuated that they were pretty much the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't my favorite of the bunch, but it definitely had some good moments. Vern, I think your suggestion of having like a parallel kid group, not just the one girl, I think would have been a better
with a green elephant kid and
or maybe different, like a different kind of, even a different species, but like similar in character or something.
It was good for Neil's development, I guess, and he kind of standing up to SM33 at the end. That was all right, but I think the highlight of the episode was not what Rick would say, but I think it was when Jod's character was like, he just got up, he got on his knees, he's like, just shoot me now. That was so funny.
My highlight of that episode, and it was my favorite of all the episodes now, and I think because
I wonder why.
It was great character development for Neil, the little blue elephant kid, and even the other and two of the other characters. So the lead, the girl, the leader, the captain, she went to the window and Wynn went to follow her, and she's freaking crying, man. And Wynn's like, "Whoa, you're like our leader." And like, to me, that was one of the most powerful scenes I've seen in live action Star Wars since Luke showed up. Like, that was the last time I was like, "Whoa!" I felt some emotion because I wasn't expecting it. It was a little slower paced episode, given some character development on a new planet. But then, boom, you see it hit this girl, right? Like, she's not going to be able to save them, or she feels like she's failed all of her friends, her kid friends. And then when Wynn just saw that and was like, no, it's okay. We believe in you and we want you to be the captain and all that kind of stuff. I just thought that was great for those two young actors. And I think that episode gained those kids another job in the future, because I think it was quite powerful by them both.
So I have a couple of questions about the show. So you guys answer if you think you know the answer. So the one is, so this planet obviously had people from all over, and they had some of the stormtrooper outfits, right? Like the mud trooper breakdowns, like the helmets and stuff like that. So obviously
driver lids,
yeah. So obviously everybody knows about this planet now.
Yeah, the Empire had come to the planet, and
but if it was a secret, then it should be well known that there are secret planets, and it's not just legend. So why were they all surprised? Oh, we heard about this, but we didn't know they existed or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, nobody. But the thing is, I think what happened is they found all the other planets, but no one ever found Ad Aden.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, so that's what it is.
Or it was intentionally left alone.
Now
Right,
Ad
and
Aden
then
slipped into
Pirates
legend.
and remnants that found them too. It wasn't like normal folks.
Well, the Empire clearly found this planet because they had Imperial, stuff.
Not you don't know if it was Imperial, right? Because there's like
right
clear through lines from the course of like the design, like
decades.
Right,
Yeah,
like across the eras, that's very similar.
There was also separatist influence in there as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the second question I have, and maybe I missed it, is Jude Law's character the guy that was originally in charge of all the pirates?
Yes, Captain Silvo.
That had the
commander
mask.
He wasn't. He wasn't SM-33's.
No, it wasn't his. He wasn't the captain of that ship. I'm assuming, but he was the guy that walked down the hallway at the beginning and was like,
it sounded like him at least. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't.
All right, but they haven't outright said that yet. Okay.
No. Yes, he's confirmed it in interviews and stuff.
Well, yeah, but they also confirmed that
show,
one guy barely played with the lightsabers during the breaks in interviews, and then it turns out that he was the bad guy.
I like that. The kid's
so he's got 3 names now: Captain Silvo, Jod Nawood, who I have a new theory he's Kenobi's younger brother, and the third name, Crimson Jack, that Kim the Owl knew him as.
He's Kenobi's younger brother.
Oh, I think that's boom. I think that I figured it all out.
Yep. Okay, I got it.
Rick, I'm surprised you didn't bring up the Ithorians in the episode.
Super awesome to see him, man. Like,
yeah.
And I know it pissed off some people because there wasn't a bunch of Brutus scenes, but I mean, every second scene, I'm like, oh, there's another Hammerhead driving a tank, standing guard, and we've seen him in the first 3 episodes, even as a young Hammerhead. But now my latest theory, Kate, on the Aten planet where the kids go, they got that tower where the High Leader lives or whatever, right? And there's a statue there of like a human or whatever, but it's not. It's a statue with a blue elephant head. So that statue is of a grown-up blue elephant person. So the statue we see on this Akron is missing the head, and he calls him, hey, it's Captain No Head, which is perfect because he should name all the Kenner figures. I have a feeling that statue is going to be a Hammerhead.
Oh,
so the planets are the same, but on each of them, maybe they put a different being or species or whatever in charge, and we're going to find out how all these different planets either survive and thrive.
So Rick just wants it to be a Hammerhead. That's why he's.
Why would they show Hammerhead in every episode?
It just comes from.
Times. There's a lot of foreshadowing in this series, and I just have a feeling. I've originally thought it was going to be a droid, and all these planets were going to be like separatist droids leaders because it's run by droids. But I just have a feeling there's one planet it's going to be Hail Lord Hammerhead.
I think it's going to be the original clone that turns out to be Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm.
See, there's so many possibilities. It's one of the better reasons why this show is cool. Like, it's different.
There's still some mystery.
It doesn't have Luke and Leia and Darth Vader in it. But you know what? They're going to throw a little something in there.
Wars, Luke, Leia, Han Solo, and them are not in it. This is ridiculous. How do they get away with that?
So I'm glad people are enjoying it. I'm seeing more like for it than hate, and I think that's always good in our Star Wars community.
I like the fact that kid was all upset he stole his credits. Like, what was he gonna do? What was he gonna do with them anyways?
But hey, that's my lunch money.
It was powerful when Neil's new girlfriend, because he had a crush on that little bird-looking girl in the first one. Now he's got a crush on his French girl, and all these people were from France all of a sudden. So that was a different accent introduced into the Star Wars universe. Usually, Imperials are like British, and Nemodians kind of sound like English people speaking Asian.
All right, now you're just hammering on.
Oh yeah,
no, but they were very French and very Southern European accents. And
French to me it sounded more
inclusivism.
Yeah. All right. Anyways,
But yeah, thumbs up. I like it.
All right.
Good.
Next
nice show.
Episode, Tuesday. I will say this. That was I said it on your stream the other day. It was the best Star Wars episode this week.
Yep.
I'm happy it's there. It's something to look forward to every week.
All right. So we are going to wait. Oh, Dan is like, my son was born in 92. I'm not sure. What were you guys talking about up there?
His son.
When Christopher Reeve had his accident.
Yeah. So his Christopher Reeve's son is got a role in that movie.
Oh, okay. Like
awesome.
I think like 95, 96 maybe. I think is when he had his horse accident.
95. Yeah. Somebody looked it up. I think it was
because it was in his documentary or this movie thing that they have on.
Yeah, it's free on Max now, so I watched it.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the hot or not section. These are the toys reveals that you did not know you needed.
Didn't.
First thing, I'm going to put this link in the chat.
I ordered them. I ordered a whole bunch.
All right, if you follow Imperial Communique up here, he has a YouTube channel. He does some stop motion stuff. He has designed some stands. If you've ever seen his Legion of action figures, he's got his whole battalion out there. So he's designed some different types of stands and stands for all types of figures. He's even got one for like retro, your vintage Kenner figures where they have like the one peg in it. But basically it's like these boards like down at the bottom where you can have multiple figures standing together, and then they interlock so you can put them all together. I liked this action stand up here where he's showing you like it'll hold the figure in like this kind of like leaned back pose. That's as long as the figure's joints, they're haven't loosened up and stuff like that. But they look pretty good. I've been looking at them.
Yeah, I actually ordered a bunch of the regular ones and a bunch of interlocking ones, and then I ordered one example of his squad set because I wanted to see how an example of each one.
Yeah.
And then he said he was going to throw in. I told him I was buying. He says, "What you bought makes no sense." And I said, "That's because I want a sampling of each one, and then when I get them all, I'll decide what I like the best and order more of that one."
Yeah. So I'm looking at those retro ones because up here I have my baseball bat cases. Yeah. And the thing is, there's like a groove down the middle of that case, which holds like the little piece that holds up the bat or whatever. Oh, okay. And so I have to stand those figures either in front of that groove or behind that groove. And then some of them are on stands because they don't stand up on their own anymore because for some reason one of their feet is shorter than the other one. And then I feel like those interlocking ones would just keep them perfectly in line with each other.
Yeah. And then he said that he threw in a few extras because he knew I was going to be like checking things out. So yeah, he was really, because he was very good with communication, talking to me back and forth.
Well, he is the Imperial Communique.
Yeah.
In the name of his channel.
Yeah.
Anyways, Jonathan, I want to answer Jonathan's question. I do not know the answer to that about the different size peg holes because I was worried about that too because my vintage, I had bought some of those star stands and I had broken the heel on two of my vintage G.I. Joes trying to fit them in the stand.
Yeah, because they're hard plastic, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm curious about this too, whether or not they're going to be able to cross change on the different types of.
You have to be very careful with your vintage Zartan and your Cobra Commander and the battle armor.
Yeah,
my Duke broke.
Okay. Yeah, I fixed it though, John, with some epoxy sculpt, and then I matched the paint and painted it, so it's basically better than when I got it originally.
More valuable too.
JT wants to know what I do with my baseball bats. I leave them next to all the doors in my house.
Yeah, and he's got them painted like a Harlequin's bat. So
one of them has nails driven through like Negan's Slugger.
Like Negan's bat. There you go.
Lucille.
But the other thing is, I wanted to say is he can do these in different colors. So
oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, because he asked me if I wanted the whole run done, and I said if you could do them all clear, that would be great. So he's doing my whole run is clear.
Oh, that's cool. That would
Well,
look
he can do them like snow. He can do them like desert. He can do them black. So
fuchsia.
Fuchsia? Yeah, you'll have to ask. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I just think it's cool because we know him, right? Like, so he's just starting out. I guess it says patent pending, so he's probably applied for a patent on his stand. So we'll see.
The interlocking thing, I think he wants to patent. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if these really take off. So that's pretty cool. They're all printed out on PLA or something like that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting them and seeing how they go. So be sure to look out for a video.
Right.
When I get them.
All right. We will do that, John. We'll be on the lookout. Can you communicate with us when your video goes up?
I can.
All right.
Or we could look at them right here on this exact channel, this show, if you want.
All right. And then these went up for sale this weekend. Are these sold out or are they still available? Does anybody know? They were.
I don't know, but they're just exclusive to their store, right?
My tongue
as a 5-pack. I mean,
my tongue is hurting looking at these because I always like to cut my tongue.
Weird to say that they come in a 5-pack because they show up as one per, like
it's not in a big fancy box.
Yeah, like you're buying them separately or something like that. But yeah, they're still available now. They're up for pre-order. If anybody's interested, and these are the NECA Ben Coopers. So my question is, if I get 2 of them, should I wait for their email telling me to send it back or face the consequences?
No, you might get an email, a fake email from me saying, please return your second to this address in Canada.
Anyways, if that happens, I do like the shoes on them. I think they're kind of cool.
Yeah,
like vintage, like sneakers.
Yeah,
it was a great idea by them.
I don't get the appeal, but it's probably a generational thing.
It is.
Although
when you were a baby, I do remember costumes already, right?
When we were kids, the Superman and the Batman did not have sleeves like that. They were like trash bags that you put over your body.
They were, yeah.
So I don't know how authentic the Batman and Superman is.
The crazy part.
You know what I want NECA to come out with an action figure of Bill Murray in a suit, or no, Dan Aykroyd in a suit, wearing glasses, and a bag o' glass.
Bag o' glass.
Halloween.
Only me and Vern are old enough to understand that. But yeah, I remember in Canada when we wore the Ben Coopers, we either had to wear the garbage bag, costume art over top of our winter coats, or underneath our winter coats when it was really cold, and
right.
you used to always get the mask on. Usually your toque and your mask.
And the mask would cut my tongue. I tried to stick my tongue through that little hole in the mouth.
They got staples. Yeah,
they had staples in the side of your head. Yeah.
Pointed this way. So if anything, the worst thing could happen was staples would go into your head because that's the way the staples are faced. And with that elastic band, which if it snapped, ow.
Yep.
Yeah. Totally could not get away with this today.
Cool. I like them. I think I like them because they these are almost to me like those Mcfarlane Batman 66 or whatever. I just rather have these than those.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Because they're at least they can fit in with your action figures.
Yeah.
Unlike 7-inch figures.
They're just different. Yeah. All right. Anyways, then I guess Mondo revealed a sneak peek of their upcoming Super Sick 1/6 scale Thundercats Mammoth. This is going along with their. They've been doing. Man, they're just going to keep doing their 1/6 scale figures.
So are these going to show up at Ross?
No, because they're Mondo. No.
Oh, they're Mondo. Okay.
Mondo, yeah.
Not Super 7. I got you.
Are you going to order these, John? Because
no, I don't order them.
Dan, are you in on the whole Mondo?
I'm going to be honest. I don't recognize. I couldn't even tell you what that. I'm sitting here looking at it like, what did you call that?
It says
Thundercats. It's
yeah, but
I
mean, yeah.
He was only in a few episodes, and then Mum-Ra had a dog in a few episodes called Mum-Mutt, and he got it quickly went away. It was supposed to be the counterpart to Snarf, but it quickly went away, and they stopped using them in the cartoons.
Narf.
I mean, it's a cool looking figure,
It's interesting to me, like it's like those nacelle Star Trek figures that Rick is 100% going to get all of them.
Oh, yeah,
it's like let's make an action figure line of a very popular property, but let's find the most obscure character and make an action figure of it, because I'm pretty sure everybody will want it.
I'm going to limb and say I don't think Thundercats is a very popular property.
No, I don't think so either. I think Mondo is well aware that they have a very small audience for that.
Yeah.
And that's their whole point.
Yeah, it's niche. I get it.
Yeah.
Although the rights to the movies have been recently picked up and they're working on something live action. So while they're talking about it, I don't know if they'll ever actually go through it. Same with He-Man. I mean, they're still talking about a live action He-Man movie.
Well, that's confirmed now.
Yeah, but when is it ever going to get a...
Jared Leto is Skeletor, if you can believe it or not.
Yeah. Well, I'll believe that when it comes out in theaters.
So I think what's going to happen is that whenever that He-Man finally gets finished, if the box office is okay, then you'll see the Thundercats movie coming by somebody, the other studio. You know what I mean? The competitor studio will do.
Well, a few years ago, they said that they were going to do a live action Battle of the Planets. So I'm still waiting for that.
Yeah, see that too. Yeah, they have.
Yeah, that was greenlit years ago.
Yeah,
and they announced it at Comic-Con. So that's why I'm going to hold my breath. And there was a whole bunch of Star Wars movies that were announced.
Yeah, Godzilla 1 director to make Gotcha Man, the movie.
All right, so Mcfarlane has the Frostbite edition.
Oh, instead of doing holograms, they're doing Frostbite ones.
And they don't come with the light.
Oh, no.
And the cel-shaded Superman?
Yeah, nope. No, sorry. I don't like when there's black tar thrown all over my figure.
I have to see it, like, because it is going to be the exact same Superman sculpt we get for the 78 that we all kind of want, but except it's in that different kind of a clamshell, unlike the other boxes. I don't understand why he's changing all these packages.
Well, these have a comic book.
Comic book one, and it's cel shaded. Yeah, so he's got the black ink showing all the highlights like it was drawn and stuff like that. And it comes with the comic. I think there's the comic in the back.
He's getting he's getting unorganized way, because you see this is also called DC Direct. DC Direct is a line of 6-inch action figures that McFarlane continues to make, like the previous toy company did, but this is not a 6-inch action figure.
Well,
so he's kind of confusing his own brand by
I think at this point though, he can do whatever he wants because he runs the run.
But he does have categories on his
drawing
website.
Board thing. He's got like a billion different lines of figures, and I mean he just announced these, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be in store next week, and then at Ross 2 weeks from now.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's on holiday this week because I don't think they revealed anything.
Right.
So slow week for God.
Well, McFarlane had a video. He did his YouTube
channel.
Watched that. He had a video. He had some stuff that he announced during the week. And
pretty bad video.
Anyways, this is another one of those comic statue, whatever they're called. Did we see this before?
Yeah, but he's just offering them.
Maybe not this one.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. But yeah.
As I said, it's a slow week. He's just pushing stuff that's already out for pre-order.
Then these guys showed off a more completed version of their Red Sonja figure. That's that Boss Fight Studios. The rendering looked way better, I think, but I think it still looks all right.
Those are awesome.
Yeah, we'll see. There's a couple of cool makers out there that are doing, I think, better work than this.
They do. They have a black and white version of this figure with like some red paint blood on it or something like that. So there's 2 different versions. This is what he showed off in his video, was this Batman 89.
That's cool.
I do like
this. Tempted me.
So this is kind of interesting because Mafex has that same, was it Mafex or SH Figuarts has that same thing where it's got the handles for the cape.
Yeah. So they did it with the 12-inch Hot Toys one too.
Yeah, so he can like hold the wings out. I don't know if it was like that in the movie. I can't remember, but when he would fly, but looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the figure is the same. He just added that new cape feature.
Oh, probably
$20 more, right?
Yeah.
Looks
and
good
then
though.
Here's the Superman. Looks pretty cool. And then he has this like little statue Superman thing.
That looks like the old cartoon Superman, the really, really old one.
It does. They should have packaged him with a car.
Yeah, there you go.
I do like the origin Superman #1 figure. It looks, it's clean. The colors are perfect, and it just shows where James Gunn drew some inspiration for his redesign of the Superman costume, which I thought looked pretty good. I thought the colors were the main reason I liked it, and of course he had the little curl coming down, which I'm like, yeah, gotta have that
right.
Yeah.
All right, and then let's see. This SH figure art Flash Batman is teeny tiny. Sadly, yes, it is super small. That is why it's back in the box.
Yeah, they're like a little less than 6
yeah,
inches.
and I was not happy when because they bill it as a 1/12 scale, but when you get it, it's not really. Or actually, these. Yeah, it probably is, because I think the interesting thing is because I think the Star Wars Black Series are more 1/12, and I think the Marvels are like a 1/11 or something like that. They're a little bit bigger.
Yeah,
they don't scale perfectly either. All right, here's a couple more McFarlanes. You got the Guy Gardner version of Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Nathan Fillion.
Which they'll update again with a Nathan Fillion face.
And who is this Super Cat? I want the Super Cat.
Power Girl or
What's
whatever.
Super Cat's name?
Yeah, look at the little Super Cat below her, though.
Don't you know the cat's name?
No. Is it Power Cat?
No, it's something like Scratchy or
Scratchy.
Is it? It's something. It's not like Crypto. It's not that.
Yeah.
Obvious. But yeah, there is a Super Cat.
Streaky. Dave got it. It was
Streaky. That's it.
Yeah, Streaky the cat. That's it.
Freaky.
Yeah, I'll buy it just for the cat. If someone wants the figure, we can do a trade.
All right, so I'll give you $1 for the figure after you buy it. Oh my gosh! All right, and then
you know that every one of these things that comes with something like that, from now on, I'm always going to say that. I want the little snake, not the guy. I
just want that one finger, that one hand.
Yes. I don't know. I was answering. Somebody was yelling.
Yeah. Someone was yelling. I didn't know.
I thought we had to answer.
No one from my harem.
I don't know where that came from.
It was Dan.
It was Dan. He's like,
a drone. Watch out.
Dan's got a full house. He's ready to go.
Usually it's me. Usually I've got the background noise.
All right. So this is Spin Master, right? Coming out with the
They're doing the.
They're doing the big chested He-Man version of Batman.
Yeah, they're doing they're doing a throwback retro to the 90s movie stuff. Yeah.
Kenner style.
Yeah.
Now, John, were those original Kenner ones, were they 5 inches? Because these are 5 inches.
They were close, like 4.5 to 5. Yeah.
I have one somewhere.
And these are cheap. These will be like the new cheapest figures on the shelf. So it'll be $8.99, I think. And that Batmobile with Batman will be $19.99. So he's even going cheaper than Toddy Mac.
Yeah, Spin Master has been relatively inexpensive in their.
And they're also teased Superman 78 product coming out. So I'm gonna be like, okay, which do I want more? I want DC Superpowers, Superman 78, because that's what I want. And then McFarlane will make a 7-inch one, which I kind of want as well. But if these are cool, like these 5-inch Superman 78 style, man, I'll be all over that, because there's supposed to be Fortress play sets for both companies.
I'll see when they hit stores, when I have one in hand, and see what they look like. But I actually have almost a full set of the Spin Master DC, like 3.5 or 4-inch, whatever.
Yeah, because I like those. Those are 4
out
inch.
now.
At least they fit with one of your sizes, 6-inch or 3 3/4 inch.
Yeah.
And now you get this 5-inch again, which I don't know. It's kind of just doesn't fit in again with that. You got to go back to your 90s Kenner stuff.
Yeah, the crazy thing to me about Spin Master is typically I see Spin Master at like Ross and like discount stores.
Yeah.
Right. So they must really be like trying to up their game and get more mainstream.
Well, I believe that Spin Master does sell product direct to all the dollar stores and discount stores on purpose. Like they purposely want their stores to be selling their product because they're a cheaper
and
action figure. I don't think they're buying them on clearance from Walmart. I think Spin Master, because
I don't think so either. I think that's why I'm saying I typically before all this like rush to get all the mainstream product, you would see this stuff that was Spin Master. Most of it was like Spin Master or whatever. But they've been doing those PlayStation figures, and I got to tell you, those Last of Us figures, I am really happy with. And yeah, I mean, mostly the only problem I had was with I don't like the ab crunch that much that they did on the Ellie figure, and the feet on Joel had a little bit of a problem because of the molded pants. But I mean, that's typical of like right? even Hasbro does their suited bodies where the feet don't have the right forward and back articulation or whatever, where you can't really get them to stand up without leaning them somehow. So it's not that big of a deal, right? And I think they look fantastic. I think they look really good.
Yeah, I saw your video on them. The other cheaper toy company, they're the Loyal Subjects. I know they're in like Walmarts and Targets and other stuff too, but they have exclusives for like Ollie's. Like they had exclusive strawberry shortcake figures for the discount stores that were only available at those discount stores. And they're the company that's going to be making the mask toys.
Yeah, they're doing the mask
coming next year. So I'm curious to see what kind of quality the toys will be, because these are not cheaper quality, but I mean cheaper price point.
They are a little. I mean, to be fair, some of the Batman figures and Superman and stuff that I have opened from Spin Master, they are a little bit of a cheaper quality figure.
Are they okay?
That's how they can price them at $5.99 or $7.99 and stuff like that. But they're really good for playing with as kids. You know what I mean?
Good,
like
good.
That's what they're an actual toy. They're not like something designed for an adult collector. They're an actual toy company. You know.
And I noticed between Wednesday and Friday, because I went to Walmart Wednesday and I went to my Walmart Friday to get some more groceries. The toy aisles are gone. Like they're cleared out in 48 hours, because for whatever reason they only stock the toy section like at the end of November at my Walmart. Like they get the one toy shipment a year. They fill up all these seasonal aisles with remote control cars and Barbies and all the extra crap they got from all the warehouses. And then in 2 days, it's all gone. Like it's now, except maybe a couple of, Landos and, things like that. I think there's an OSHA still there. But yeah, the toys are going quick, guys. Start your shopping tomorrow.
I'm done.
Start tomorrow.
Yeah, get it done. Don't wait till Christmas Eve.
I was thinking,
I'm done shopping. I got everything. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm donezo.
You're done? You guys are done?
Did you get the Batman figures when you were a kid, Eric? Because
these, I think I had a few of these, but I mean, I don't have especially like fond memories of these movies. The non-Michael Keaton movies, I just didn't care for as much, even as a kid.
Okay.
So like to get like nostalgic toys for these movies, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, more power to you if you're into it, but
because I'm just saying that because it's more that your generation that would.
Oh yeah, no, I would. This would be targeted at someone around my age, and I'm 37. So.
Yeah, I remember the first two were the better movies, and the other two were not so.
Yeah.
I love toy
fun though.
The word retro too. To me, it just helps promote the nostalgia idea of why they're making a certain line of toys and figures, right? It is towards kids, but these kids, like, I don't have kids, but I mean, are there a lot of kids out there who are say 12 years old right now
that want a Batman 89 action figure,
who even saw Batman Forever?
Yes, because they watched it with me.
Yeah.
My
Plus-
grandkids watch these.
Yeah,
Plus,
that's why,
because I
because
made
it
them.
has to appeal somewhat, right?
Right.
Plus,
Oh,
I don't
I'm
think it matters too much, like where it's coming from, because I just remember when I was, I mean, for years when I was working at Lego, when I'd be in the aisles, and the kids were complaining they couldn't find Star Wars or something else, and they were buying a Spin Master Batman or Superman. They didn't care like what movie or what thing it came from. They just wanted a Batman or they wanted a Superman, and they were buying the Spin Master. And in a few times it was because they couldn't get a Star Wars one. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I hear them talking like, well, if there was a Star Wars figure, I'd buy that, but I guess I'll get this Batman. And that's where I thought Spin Master had the right
Poor Batman
niche. You know what I mean? They were like, they got the right
the
price
kid.
point.
I
and the
guess
right
I'll
time to
settle
figure.
for Batman.
Yeah.
No Batmans. I guess I'll get Robin.
Wah, wah.
All right, let's stop Batman bashing. All right, and then just so you know, tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Shop Disney website, this Mego 4-pack will go up for sale, and it will be Spider-Man, Electro, the Lizard, and the Green Goblin, all from Mego.
Yeah,
Aren't
you
these
were right
already
about
And
that.
then
sold out?
next to brick walls. That's
These are
cool.
pre-sold out, right?
No,
They haven't launched on the Disney Store's website, at least in
Yeah.
the US.
But I
until
mean,
tomorrow
they've
morning.
already been at all the parks, and they've sold out at the parks.
I don't know. Have they?
I've seen reviews of it on YouTube.
So, from my understanding, they launched at that new store that opened in
How does it
California
stick to the
Disney.
wall?
That Friday that there was an opening, they had some.
Oh, just like a grand opening or something.
Yeah, so like in Florida, my brother's been looking and they haven't got them yet.
Okay.
So
They'll
so-
have them at some point. Yeah.
yeah, so I think that they probably had very limited stock for that opening, right? Just because it was like a deal, like they wanted to announce it with that.
No,
But even the guys that were announcing this, I think it was Plaid Stallions or whatever. He's got that where he talks about retro stuff. He actually came back and said, we were originally given this information, but it's now been changed or whatever. So
Can
They
you
look
get
good, great
these
colors.
separate? Like, can I just get the Lizard at some
No,
point?
it's a 4-pack.
I
Or
just
at
want
least
Spider-Man.
this.
John, if I get the pack, I will sell you the Lizard for $80.
I did have this Spider-Man as a kid. I for sure did, because I remember when his logo fell off, one day, and the white paint on the eyes eventually was gone, and it was just
What?
Yeah.
Kind of a rough you're
Yeah,
the kid from Toy
These are-
Story.
these were
Uh-huh.
88
We always
cent
lost-
toys, man, and it
You're
cost
the
them
neighbor
four-
from Toy Story.
cost them 14 cents to make these in the 70s.
We always
I didn't-
lost the clothing, and we ended up with a bunch of naked ones of
Yeah.
these.
I don't know how much this pack is going to go for. It doesn't actually say anywhere, but I'm guessing it's going to be like $80, $20 a
Less
figure.
than 100.
Oh.
I'd imagine.
Yeah, I
'Cause it-
thought 99. I thought.
If I remember right, wasn't the old one like when you lost Spider-Man's outfit, it was peach colored, like
No,
skin
he's
colored
human
with
flesh color.
red hands and red feet, and then he
He
had the
did
head.
have red hands.
You guys are
Yeah.
lucky that you lost yours, because what we did was we took
Kept
all
them
the
in a
clothes,
box.
made our own clothes, and turned them into different characters.
Oh,
Yeah.
So your Spider-Man got turned into the Hulk?
I don't know if anybody that had like a masked head, I don't think got turned into anything, but where you had like the Tarzan, the Superman, and those guys got turned into, and they were like the super cops. So they were like this like international intergalactic police force.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My Chewbacca was in charge of that stuff, but they were a bad police force.
Yeah.
They were an evil police force.
Yeah,
All
I had a Spidey and a Hulk, and I don't remember like as a kid asking for them or pointing to them in a store. So I assume Santa just brought them to me.
Yeah, someone just dropped them off. Yeah.
Santa or Grandma, but everyone knew I like Star Wars, so.
So
that
if
crazy drunk uncle me.
everybody in the chat will just hashtag this if you're interested, I'm going to let Nightbot draw a winner.
Hashtag.
But I'll give you guys a chance to put it in there.
Are you going to disclose what they win?
No, it's
Oh.
going to be a surprise.
You win a
Could be a
All
pat on the back.
free toilet paper wrapping of your house.
So what do you guys got going on for the holidays? Anything?
Oh, I actually have a bit of a rant myself, if you don't mind.
Yes. Do you want to be full screen?
Very
Oh, go for it. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is rare. This is rare. I'm known as Mr. Positivity, but not right now. So I'm annoyed with Hasbro on the TVC Ghost HasLab shipping. So I just got a notice for one of my ghosts that it's being delivered on a day I was expected to travel and see family for the holidays, and I feel like Hasbro really messed this up. I'm not the only one, I think, commenting about this. They're like, I haven't even received shipping details on on my second ghost, but on the first one it's coming on Boxing Day, so December 26th. That was supposed to go out.
Any sense why they would even work that week between Christmas and New Year.
So the frustrating thing is, I think they said that they were supposed to get delivered before Christmas. Like stuff happens, but I feel like if they knew that they were going to miss the boat and not able to ship out earlier in December, they should have held on to these until January, because I can't imagine I'm the only one who's like traveling around the holidays.
Well, if
there's going to be a lot of,
can you reschedule it to can you do it on January 2nd, please?
I tried that option, not available. Like, so I've accommodated my plans and I can, sort that out. It's just frustrating that this kind of happened this way. So I understand they want to clear the warehouse and whatever and get these shipped out, but it's a bit annoying.
I imagine it's really tough for big companies like Hasbro shipping toys just in the mid-month of December. Like,
they should have waited till January.
Convenient time to use all these shipping companies when they're as busy as they've ever been all year. And even in Canada, I've seen a couple people starting to get ghosts. But
Prophet's saying, are they using DHL? I will tell you that my Captain America with a broken shield shipped. It's coming DHL. It sat in the same processing facility for 4 days, where it was intaked, processed, reprocessed, and then sent on its way. One scan per day. So
yeah,
I want to make a video of the one guy working at a DHL facility. Because I imagine, but you have FedEx, right? It's FedEx, Eric, with the ghost
for this. Yeah, for this.
You can reroute it and do like a route to a local.
Yeah, I saw
it took for 5 days.
Yeah, no, I saw it. They can hold it at my local Walgreens, but I'm not sure I want to leave like a big ticket item sitting at a Walgreens.
No, I don't know. Hear all these looting stories in states.
I get it.
And with them kicking it around,
but you can route it to a regular FedEx facility. Like, don't go to the Walgreens. So let's pick a different one that's a dedicated FedEx place.
Yeah, I just want to minute around. The more handoffs, the more likely there is to be a problem.
Yeah,
so like,
I think the best thing to do if you've got a neighbor you trust and know is just say, keep an eye on my porch. If it shows up, grab it for me and put it inside.
I've accommodated my plans. It's just stupid that this is a problem, because I can't imagine that I'm the only one running into this.
Yeah.
And
no, of course not.
Yeah. So,
all right.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well, you guys know that my seatbelt on my Dragonfly broke, and went back and forth with them a little bit. They wanted me to pack the entire thing up.
Accidentally break.
Well, I watched you break it on your video, so I remember when you broke it.
If you watch closely, though, I was not roughhousing it at all.
No, you're like, is this where it opens?
Oh, but you said you weren't going to do it, and they were going to send you something, right?
Yeah, they ended up sending me a Ghostbusters figure, one of those from the TV show, but it was, I think, the guy that changes. It was
Fright Features.
Yeah, it was a Fright feature. So it was kind of cool. I mean, like,
no, and it was good on you that too, because like, for the part that broke, like if there's 1,000 parts on the thing to break, that's probably the one part you're going to be.
I think I'm going to dig out I talked to the guy from Gun Running Customs. He took his apart, and what it looks like is when the seatbelt goes to the slot at the very end of the rubber is just a thicker piece of rubber. So I think if I just get something, I can probably pull it out
Just
and
fish
just
it
pull the
back in.
seatbelts out altogether. And then I'm thinking like I can just swap it out with like the his tank one or something like that. I don't know. Or just altogether don't need a seatbelt, right?
No, I get it.
All right. Anyways, hold on. Let me just do this really quick. I think
Are you actively
everybody that
sitting
I
around
got
putting
10
guys in
entries. I got 10 entries. Anybody else? Am I waiting on anybody else? Nobody. I'll give you another minute or so before I do this. Dan's got a house full of people.
No, just,
Can I say
just
something?
two really loud ones.
Okay. No.
No? All right, don't worry. Well, you can wait till next time.
What were you going to say, John?
You know what I just realized today?
That it's Saturday.
That in January, I will have been 10 years on YouTube.
Wow, is that all?
I started in January of 2015.
Let me see when mine started.
Wow, I started in 2010, I think.
I started January of 2015 on YouTube.
Wow, that's pretty good. I'm gonna go to mine. And
where do you see that?
In your about section, the end, the.
I've been on YouTube for ages, but I've never done it.
On February 28th, 2007.
Wow. Oh. Like you had a video up? Like, because my first, see, my first video, it says January of 2000.
Yeah. I have, I originally started my channel. I was going to do stop motion movies. And I have 3 little movies that I was doing at the time. And I had always intended to do another one. And I have been working on one, but it's just, I want to do the stop motion really right. So I've been reshooting a lot of stuff. And then, you run out of time and stuff like that.
It's there. Yeah, my oldest video is 13 years old.
Wow.
And it's the Stanley Cup riots.
Mine was playing one of those cheesy.
Was that against the Bruins or was that?
I believe so. 94. But
hey, Prophet,
those videos have thousands and thousands of views, but yet I'm still not monetized.
What did Prophet win?
Well, just message me and tell me if you're Marvel, G.I. Joe, or Star Wars. And
what is Sailor Moon?
And then you'll get something in the mail.
Look at that. It's still going to be a secret. You're not going to
we're old, Jono.
Yep.
No, I mean, you're not going to get it before Christmas. Let's just...
You'll get it on the 26th.
Get out of the way right now.
What you'll get is Eric's ghost.
Yeah.
And Eric will get the Sailor Moon toy you chose.
But I mean, I got quite a few things here to pick from. So,
who's traveling for Christmas? Anyone?
I'm going to go to the house tomorrow. So technically, I'm traveling an hour and a half.
I'm traveling to Ross.
Travel to Ross Christmas Day for a big sale. Just going to back up a truck and say, you know what? Just go in the truck, Vern.
Did you see my video where I was pretending like I was sleeping behind the blankets?
No.
I started and I had my camera behind the blankets. I was like, okay, I just got up. Let's see what they got.
That's what you should do that more often.
You should get someone to record you just walking around in like boxers and like
in a back room
with like a coffee mug. Just
sometimes I feel like wearing my PJs over
slippers,
there, I'm like there in my PJs.
Your bathrobe
and coffee.
Sitting in that, how they have that little houseware section, sitting in one of the chairs.
Yeah. There you go.
Using their coffee maker.
Yeah. In my video, I found Dusty and then I re-hit him somewhere else for you.
Yeah. All right. Anybody else got any plans you want to talk about? Nothing. All right.
Not just going up to the house tomorrow. I'm going to finish wrapping gifts with Mom, and then just going to hang out there for the week. Dad's going to drive up Christmas Day. He wants to go to the buffet. There's some buffet at a restaurant that he likes to go to.
Good.
So we'll do that instead of cook because he doesn't want us cooking. So
I wouldn't want you cooking either.
Yeah.
I've seen the super awesome cooking show, and you actually put milk in the bowl before cereal, so that's wrong.
We don't have any big family get together because my family's a little more split out now than it has been. But I think I'm going to do what I've done a couple years in a row now: is buy half a turkey.
That's a good idea.
Does that, and it's cheap, man. And I get some dark meat, I get some white meat, and it cooks in like an hour and a half. Like it totally cooks quick. So yeah, I'll feast and have a bunch of sandwiches for weeks after, which is my favorite.
That's actually a really good plan. We did the same thing over Thanksgiving because we were going over to my daughter's on Thanksgiving. So like on Sunday, I cooked this. Costco had a deal where it was like half a turkey on top of like stuffing, and then there was like a mashed potatoes thing, and there was a whole like, put the turkey with the mashed potatoes in there, and then after about an hour stick in the mashed potatoes, and then after another like 20 minutes throw in the green beans. So then after like the 2.5 hours or whatever you pulled out, you had like turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, and green beans.
No, you can't beat that, man. Yeah, for just me, right? So if I don't have guests and I don't need a whole turkey, is just stupid. Like I would eat it all.
100%. That's a good plan. I mean, like we're probably gonna make tamales. I bought a bunch of chuck roast, so we're gonna cook that off for beef tamales. We'll make some like sauce out of like California peppers and stuff like that, and then we'll make the maza and start.
Awesome, man.
Factory.
Yeah. I hope those drones don't interfere with Santa delivering all those presents, man. That would suck.
Imagine if a drone crashed into Santa's sleigh.
I'm going to make a comment about the drones. Everybody knows that the FAA or whatever changed some regulations, and now you can fly a drone at night. So yeah, if you see more drones flying around at night, it's probably because they changed the regulations, and now you can fly at night.
And then they changed the regulations again on Wednesday. Now you can't fly drones at all in like New Jersey or New York State. Like they banned it.
Well, that's because they were flying over the airport and doing stupid stuff. But I mean, like if Ross is going to sell you a drone for $25,
size of an
I mean, of course you're going to have a bunch of people with drones.
Somebody's going to do something stupid with it.
Be safe.
Yeah.
Always look up.
All right. Well, I think, John, you got something coming up in a half hour, right?
Do we? I don't know. Is that the special thing planned? I think so.
So John does not
have. Could be a Wheel of Fortune game. There could be a Wheel of Fortune game coming up.
All right. So
John Sajak is required for a Wheel of Fortune.
No, you should change. You should be John Seacrest now.
Oh, it was John White.
You should be John
Seacrest.
Yeah, because isn't Ryan Seacrest the new host of Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah, but I don't want to accidentally make people lose their money. Did you see the one where he called it wrong and the lady lost the game?
Oh no, really? Not fixed at all.
Super Wheel of Awesome. You should have a separate channel for your game shows.
For game shows, there you go.
Super Awesome Game Show channel.
Super Awesome Game Show channel, yeah.
All right. Anyways, I want to wish everybody in the chat and you guys especially a happy holidays and stuff like that. Are we going to be on next weekend? Are you guys available or is nobody available?
What day is next one?
Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, is it 22, 25, 29? What? I don't know.
One of those.
Yeah.
I might not be on. I'm taking my car to get serviced, but if I can be on, I'll be on.
All right.
Because on the actual 25th, I won't be around. I mean, I'm gonna be with family.
25th is Wednesday to 26th.
Oh yeah, I'll be around on Saturday then. Yes.
Okay.
I'll be
all right.
fine
So
Saturday.
We'll have a pre-New Year show then, and then that'll be the last show of the year.
All
right.
Sounds fair.
Anyways,
Sounds
thanks
good.
for hanging out with us for a little bit. And don't forget, Prophet, send me a message so that we can send you off your secret prize. And then you can brag about it when you get it. And anyways, everybody, thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time on the Toy Duo team.
Congrats
Stay
again,
awesome, everybody.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ha.
What? Ah.
Action, fear, and toy news. Talking movies and TV.